Let's see. It says I'm live now. We actually got 2 people and 2 likes at the start. That's a pleasant change. Okay. Alrighty, just checking here, make sure I'm in the right orientation. If you guys would like it brighter or darker, I've got a new ring light, so I can do that if you would like. That's a couple notches lighter and dimmer. This one seems to be about the best for detail, but I'm happy to adjust it if you need it. Okay, so if I'm remembering this right, get these in pairs, start from the bottom, outside of the pair, to the inside of the pair, outside to inside, then outside to inside, outside to inside, outside to inside, and outside to inside. The way I can tell I'm doing it right is I wind up with matched pairs when I'm done where the colors match. Though technically they're part of different pairs, but the edges facing each other match. So, and then for the cross pieces here, left to right, and right to left. And I need to remember to snug these up, otherwise the tension is inconsistent. Drop down to 1. Okay, that's interesting. All right, some of these tama are a bit high, so I'm going to drop them down real quick, but it looks like I've got the pattern correct. Hello, Lou. Nice to see you on tonight. And yes, it is evening in mine. I'm in the Eastern U.S. time zone. Welcome to the stream. If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them as best I can. I'll be back to braiding in just a second. This is currently the only braid I've got actively going. I finally got confirmation on the colors for the next takadai custom braid, so I'm ordering the silk for that tonight, and I should have it ready to start sometime next week. So outside to inside, outside to inside, outside outside to inside, outside Let me go back just a little bit. Make sure I'm doing this right. Okay, so this is my starting configuration. Okay, I think I see the problem here. Confuse this and this as being part of the same thing when they're not. Okay, so outside to inside, 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 and outside to inside. And I know I'm good because the edges for the colors are matching. And then left to right, and right to left. Oops, I'm sorry. I didn't keep up on the chat. Give me just a second here. Okay, I use a site that I will go ahead add to the description of this video when I'm done. And I order them directly from Japan. It's the right weight of silk, and I tend to use 12 strands of it per tama when I'm doing braiding on the takadai. It gives me a nice size strand and gives me good resolution for the design. Oh, no worries. I'll get back to braiding. But yeah, there are definitely different weights, and I decided that I wasn't really going to worry too much about it. I was just going to get silk that had been recommended and just add or remove as many strands as I want to get it to the way I like it. All right, so okay, that's the crossover piece. So outside to the inside of the pair, outside of that pair to the inside of what was a pair, outside. Let me just move that, and outside. Okay, to inside, outside, to inside, outside, to inside, and outside. Oops. Did I lose? And I screwed up again. All right. That there. Move that there. And move that there. Okay. So let's see where I went wrong. Okay, that's the right color configuration. So there's a pair, and a pair, 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 and a pair. Okay, so I'm going from the outside of that pair to the inside there, the outside to the inside, outside to the inside, outside to the inside, outside to the inside, outside to the inside. Okay, looks like I'm just not quite crossing over right. So let's see if I can't resolve that. Okay. And left to the right. And from the right to the left. Okay. The silk I get tends to be, or it's 2,500 meters on a cone, and the cone runs about 25 US after exchange rates currently. So, and the shipping for that is about $30. So, yeah, you'd be looking at like $50 for or $55 for one cone. But if you get 3 or 4 cones at a time, uh, one extra zero on the 2500 meters. So let me show you the size of one of the cones. I've got one right over here that hasn't been opened. Sorry, that's a little bright. Let me dim it just a bit. There we go. So as you can see, it's a fair amount of silk on a cone. There we go. Get that back up. Hey, Mark, nice to see you on tonight. Welcome to the stream. Yep, Marudais are very fast compared to the foam discs because you don't have to keep repositioning. You can slide them a little bit as need be. All right, let's see if I can do this without screwing up again. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, from the outside to the inside, outside to the inside. Okay. Outside to the inside, outside to the inside, outside to the inside, outside to the inside. All right, looks like I'm getting back into the hang of it. I got to remember that I'm only 4 crossovers for the sides. Spread those apart a little bit. Left to the right and right to the left. And pull that snug. Just reach in, make sure the tensioning is good. All right, so should be outside to the inside, outside to the inside, outside to the inside, outside to the inside, out to in, and out to in. Color patterns are looking good. And left to right, right to left, and pull it snug. Like I said, I get about 12 strands of silk to about equivalent to the 6 you get in a strand of DMC floss. So I think I can get a comparison for you real quick. Alrighty, this is 12 strands of the silk floss, and comparing it to, it's probably closer to 1.5 to 2 strands of 6 fiber DMC cotton floss. So let me pull out a single strand here. Okay, so pull this snug so it's under tension. So as you can see, it's a bit bigger than 6 strands of DMC, probably fairly close 1-to-1 for the individual strand out of a 6-strand thing of DMC floss. Hope that's helpful. Okay, outside to inside, outside to inside, outside to inside, outside to inside, out to in, and out to in. Just even those up a little bit. Okay. And left to right. Let it untangle a little bit. And right to left. Yep. Pull it snug. And out to in, 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 out to in. Okay. And left to right, and right to left, assuming I don't accidentally push them together. There we go. Even those pairs out a little bit. Okay, so out to in, 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 and out to in. And left to right, and right to left. There we go. Pull them snug. And even those out a little bit. So out to in, 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 and out to in. Once I get some larger Maru-dai discs, this particular pattern will become a little bit easier as I can keep them a little further spaced apart. Oh yeah, it may not work for everybody, but it's how I remember the braids. Oh no, I'm sorry your laptop shut down, but no worries for me getting offended or anything like that. I appreciate everybody who comes on, and I hope it's a helpful and useful experience for people. So out to in, 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 and out to in. Part of what's helping me remember it too is that the color I'm getting needs to go in between a matched set of colors, or it's not in the right spot. And left to right, and right to left. Pull it snug. Let's even up the position of the point of braiding in the hole on this. And I think I've got enough of it that I can at least show what the pattern looks like. Okay. So when I do out to in, the white is actually going in between the two yellow, and outside of that pair to the inside of the other pair, it goes in between the two black. Then this is the next outside, so it'll go in between the white, and then the yellow here, that's keeping those white from being a pair, comes out here and goes to the inside, which leaves me with a matched pair of blue, but it's inside blue and blue. And then out to here and out to there. And left to right and right to left. Okay, well, I'm hoping that you have a chance to try Maru-dai and see if it works for you and if you enjoy it. There's several books out there. I've linked to some in the description of this video that you can get that'll give you plenty of patterns to work with. And tama are getting a little short here, so I'm going to be rolling some down so that I've got enough to work with. Let's see, because like this is how much I have coming off of it. And I'm rolling it down to where it's now. This is how much I have. And yesterday I hit the halfway mark to monetization, which is making me very happy. If I hit 1,000 subscribers and I get over the course of a year 4,000 watch hours, they'll monetize me to where I can actually get YouTube to pay for my braiding supplies, which will be nice. Okay. Alrighty, so outside to in, outside to in, outside to in, and outside to in, outside to in, outside to in. And left to right, and right to left, and pull the tension snug. Woohoo! Yep. Thank you very much. Okay, and alrighty. So outside to in, 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 and outside to in. Well, I seem to be consistently getting the pattern correct, so I seem to be doing well. And I normally tend to do my braiding streams Tuesdays and Thursday nights with maybe one or two streams on the weekend, depending on how much time I get for it. But I'm flying to Idaho this Saturday, so I probably won't have a weekend stream, and I probably won't have a Tuesday night stream either of next week. But I should be back on after that, and I'll probably be starting up a takadai braiding stream fairly soon as I get the new braid set up on the takadai. Alrighty. And outside to in, outside to in, outside to in, outside to in, out to in, and out to in. And the fact that this one tends to want to creep to the opposing centers, it's actually fairly easy. Just takes a little bit of practice at recognizing what you're doing. And the fact you have to go and match pairs. I tried doing it like one at a time, and I just kept getting confused over and over again when I first started this. Okay. And out to in, 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 and out to in. And the colors look right. And left to right. And right to left. And pull it snug. Yes, they'll run along the edge of the flat braid. And it's a very snug, rigid, and firm, compact braid. Not really. I haven't noticed it to give it any real obvious distortion if they're not straightened up, so I don't worry about it. Alrighty, let's see. Okay, outside to in, out 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 to in. I think the main reason it may not be noticeable is they don't really twist over a short enough distance to be really visible in the finished pattern. Let me just pull that snug. I'm going to see if I can raise this weight bag up a little bit, get more of the braid around the top to make it a little more visible. Alrighty. There we go. So as you can see, you only really have like that much of each individual strand visible before it goes into the core of the braid. Um, the black is along here is the ridge, and it is kind of rectangular, but it's almost compact enough to be square. Um, got a little bit of variation here on the snugness. That's probably due to when I was still learning the tension on it, um, or when it sat for a while. But one of the things I found with these braids is when they tend to be worn or washed or moved around a lot, the tension tends to even out somewhat. Okay, even this out a little bit, and out to in, 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 and out to in. And left to right, right to left, and pull it snug. Keep that tension even. And out to in, 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 and out to in. Okay. And left to right, and right to left. Some of the tama are getting a little high again, so I'm going to drop some of those down. My wife has done some Kumihimo braiding with like eyelash yarn and other things like that, and she gets kind of fluffy braids. I agree they are interesting, but also not really my style. But since she's not making them for me, she's making them for some of our mutual friends. I'm not really worried that it's not for me. So. Got these about half done. Fun part is after like one or two more moves, when all the tama have exchanged from the top to the bottom, pretty much, I'll be able to drop some more down in. See, this one doesn't want to loosen up. There we go. That's better. Okay, so outside to in, outside to in, outside to in, outside to in, out to in, and out to in. Let's even these up a little bit. And left to right, right to left. Pull it snug. And out to in, 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 and out to in. And pull it snug. And now that I've done 2 moves, I can drop the rest of the high ones and I'll be good for a little while then. Okay. And I can tell I just made a mistake. Okay. Let's back up just a bit and see where I went wrong. Okay. Okay. So these go here, and these go here. These go here, and these go here. Okay. So colors right here. All right, so these go here. These go here. One other way I can tell where I'm back to get where it needs to go is blue and white are across from each other, and yellow and black are across from each other. So if I'm yellow and black, white and blue, yellow and black, white and blue. All right, so let's try this again. So outside to inside, outside to inside, outside to inside. Okay, I think that's what I did is I grabbed the middle rather than the outside edge. Outside to inside, outside to inside, and outside to inside. Yep, that looks like that's what I did. So colors are good there. And left to right, and right to left. There we go. And out to in, 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 and out to in. Left to right, and right to left. This one does require a fair amount of repositioning, so out to in, 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 and out to in. Color pattern looks good. Left to right, and right to left. And pull it snug. Make sure it's in the center. Out to in, 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 and out to in. Left to right, and right to left. and pull it snug. And out to in, 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 and out to in. Left to right, right to left. And pull it snug. Recenter it up on the hole. Make sure our pairs look good. And repeat. Out to in, 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 and out to in. So it looks like when I make most mistakes, I'm pulling from the middle of the three temporary ones on the top rather than the outside edge that I'm supposed to, and that's probably why I'm getting the mistakes. But I think I phrased that sentence rather weirdly as I was still thinking through what I was doing. Let's get these untangled. There we go. Pull it snug. And out to in, 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 and out to in. Left to right, and right to left. Pull it snug. Okay, looking good. So out to in, 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 and out to in. Pull those a little more even and wide enough I can actually put something in between them. And left to right, and right to left. There we go, and pull it snug. Yes, I have found as I don't do it as much now, but when I start out, I definitely had to wind up back braiding to fix mistakes, and that gives you a really good understanding of how the braid you're braiding is actually put together, and makes it easier in the long run to successfully braid because you know what it's supposed to look and feel like as you're doing it. So, okay, out to in, 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 and out to in. Left to right, right to left. And out to in, 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 and out to in. Left to right, and right to left. This particular Maru-dai top is Padauk, which is actually kind of an orangish wood, orangish reddish, but it's been exposed to air long enough it's almost turned to like almost a walnut brown. Okay, so out to in, 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 and out to in. And left to right, and right to left. Pull it snug. Yep, definitely. Doing it by yourself is really useful. At least I can't really tell the structure of a braid until I've had a chance to braid it. Though I can tell from instructions if it's similar to another braid I've done, which is kind of like you have done it, just not that particular variation. Okay. Out to in, 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 and out to in. And let's even those up a little bit. And left to right, and right to left. And pull snug. And out to in, 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 and out to in. Left to right, and right to left. And drop a couple of these tama. Okay. And out to in, 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 and out to in. Left to right, right to left, and snug it up. And out to in, 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 and out to in. Left to right, and right to left. Pull snug, and out to in, 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 and out to in. And left to right, and right to left. And pull snug. Out to in, 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 and out to in. Left to right, and right to left. And out to in, 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 and out to in. Left to right, and right to left. Pull it snug. Sorry, it sounds like my voice is getting a little gurgly. Okay, and out to in, 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 and out to in. Left to right, and right to left. Pull it snug. There we go, a little better at getting a pattern visible. Looks like we're definitely getting, as I've gotten more used to it, a nice consistent braid. Though, looks like on this side it's a nice even line. On this side, that looks good, but that looks like it's off a little bit on that. I don't know if that's because I changed from front to back. I must have been pulling an uneven tension at that point. Because it does look like it gets better a little bit further up. So. I don't really talk when I'm not streaming. I've been trying to do all my braiding online since I've decided to try and get this YouTube channel going. But when I tend to braid with other people, I tend to just like listen to what they're saying and do the conversation. If I'm doing it by myself, I tend to like listen to an audiobook or have video on in the background. So I'm a little bit ADD. So if I have something to focus against, it makes it a little easier. In this case, I'm talking and kind of focusing against the talking. So, alrighty. I do try and talk, otherwise the stream gets a little boring when you're just watching me move and I don't say anything. So, out to in, 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 and out to in. And left to right, and right to left. And out to in, 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 and out to in. I'm doing much better since I realized what I was trying to grab by mistake out of kind of like semi-reflex. So I can make sure I'm not doing that when I'm picking up the strands that need to go. And I don't make unintentional mistakes as much now, since I know what my hands want to do that they're supposed to not do. And out to in, 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 and out to in, And let's just even those up a little bit. There we go. And left to right, and right to left. Pull it snug. And out to in, 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 and out to in. Left to right, right to left. Pull it snug. Okay, thank you very much. Well, I will keep going. Probably going to run for about another 10 minutes. I tend to run an hour at a time unless I'm on a push to get a braid finished up. Or if the chat's just going really well and people are finding it interesting. Though tonight I seem to be a little bit on the tired side, so I probably will just stop in about 10 minutes. And left to right, and right to left. One of the things I have to be careful of, since the cross pieces here are all black, and I've got occasionally get one on each side here, I got to be careful that I'm on pulling up the right one and not going with this one instead when I shouldn't. Or I grab it when I do a crossover where I'm not supposed to do that. So I just have to pay attention is all. So out to in, 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 and out to in. And left to right, and right to left. Pull it snug. Center it up in the hole if it goes off center a bit. Even these up for braiding. So I have a place to put it. Out to in, 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 and out to in. Left to right, and right to left. Pull it snug. And drop any tamas that are getting to be too high. Yeah, that was definitely one of the things why I wanted to do this, was to give people who learn more visually and don't really pick it up from the written instructions as well, and don't have a chance to get to classes, since there aren't all that many of them, can have a chance in an online resource that they can go back and watch over and over as much as they need to be comfortable with what they're doing. So, oops, that one's a bit short too. There we go. Out to in, 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 and out to in. Let's move those up a little bit. And left to right, and right to left. Pull it snug. And out to in, 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 out to in. Left to right, and right to left. Pull it snug. Even those up. And out to in, 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 and out to in. Left to right, and right to left. And pull snug. Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, I have no problem answering questions. We all have to learn somewhere, and I don't believe in putting like barriers to learning. It should be an art that you can practice and learn and get as good as you would like to do with it. Out to in, 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 and out to in. Even these up. And left to right, and left to right. Also, just so you're aware, since YouTube notifications tend to be a bit spotty for some people, I have a link to my locals in the description. It's at torin3.locals.com. And what that is while it's kind of like a Patreon site, it does have a free option where you can just sign up to be part of the community. And it will, when I do streams, I always put out a notification there. So you can do that. There's no charge to that. You can pay if you want to be a part of the community, and I'm going to try and get some exclusive content there for it to be worth people if they do feel the urge. But if you just want the notifications, that's always going to be free. And out to in, 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 and out to in. And left to right, and right to left. All that snug. And out to in, 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 and out to in. And left to right, and right to left. Okay, so I'm pretty much at an hour right now. Any questions you have before I end the stream? Anything I can help with? Oops, let me make sure those are not flipped over each other. Pull that snug, and we'll pull the bag up tight. And let's see. When we started, I could only get this much, so I've added that much braid in this 1 hour. Okay. Good luck with that, Lou. I hope that works out well for you. I don't really do beads, but I know a lot of people enjoy it. It's hope that you enjoy working with that. Thanks everybody for stopping by. I'll be on again Thursday night, probably the same time. Everybody have a good one. Stay safe and happy braiding.